Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here is today's question. Can you talk about how to, or even whether one should, go about negotiating how much they're paying in overhead fees as a contractor in a group practice? I've been part of a group practice for a short period of time, only working a few hours a week, as I still hold my job in public health. Moving forward, I'd like to dedicate more time to private practice and reduce my days in my other job. But I feel the overhead I'm paying right now, 40%, is not very enticing to leave a secure government job. So first, I would like to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring Ask Allison. They're the #1 rated electronic health record system available today. With live telephone support 7 days a week, it's clear why TherapyNotes is rated 4.9 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot and has a 5-star rating on Google. TherapyNotes makes billing, scheduling, note-taking, and telehealth incredibly easy, and they even have e-prescribe for you prescribers out there. If you're coming from another EHR, TherapyNotes makes the transition incredibly easy, importing your demographic data free of charge so that you can get going right away. Find out what more than 100,000 mental health professionals already know. Use promo code ABUNDANT at therapynotes.com for 2 free months. So I appreciate this question a lot, having been on both sides of the scenario as a former group practice clinician and now as a group practice owner. So anytime we think about negotiating, we need to consider what the other person would want and need so that we can come in with a stronger position. One thing I want to clarify, because it comes up a lot in Facebook groups, is this piece around how expensive it is to be in a group practice. 40% feels like a lot, and that's because it's really expensive to own a group practice. The profit margin, meaning the money left over after paying the clinician and the expenses of the practice, is actually really small. So depending on the setup of the practice, it may actually be costing the owner to have you stay part-time. Remember, the group practice owners can't do the business of running the group and maintaining a full-time caseload. And many have administrative staff that don't necessarily bring in money. So while you wouldn't be spending 40% of your income to maintain a solo practice, your 40% does go towards their salaries, the salaries of any administrative staff, and the marketing costs. So I know when I was working for a group, I thought the owner must be really like lining his pockets like crazy because I didn't know what I didn't know. And many group practice owners make much less than they did when they were in solo practice and work more hours for years. Okay, all that to say, would you make more working for this group practice with a full caseload than you do in your full-time job? Don't forget the change in your tax situation. As a contractor, you have to pay self-employment taxes, which are higher. So do the math based on your reimbursement rate. If you would make more, it may be that you save the money that you make at the group practice for when you decide to take that leap. If the practice is established, you can ask the owner how many new clients you could be given each week so that you could see how long that money needs to stretch. So remember, the more you make, the more it brings into the practice. So it's a win-win for both you and the practice owner. If you're wanting a full-time practice with them, you may have leverage for negotiation. But remember that they may have clinicians who've been working with them for years who are on a 60-40 split, and it may not be something they're willing to do just because it wouldn't necessarily be fair. So in considering your own private practice, your overhead would be lower and steady no matter how many clients you see. So your income raises exponentially as you see more clients. You're almost guaranteed to take home more money and work fewer hours, just putting that out there. If you decide that that's the path you want to take, we've got your back over in the Abundance Party. It teaches you everything you need to know and has support to help you implement. And you can get 40% off your first month with the winter code or the promo code WINTER. Today's free worksheet is working in group practice versus going out on your own. I'll link to that. And you can also find a link to the Abundance Party if you're ready to join. If you have questions for Ask Allison, please hit the link in my Instagram bio. It will take you to a little form where you can submit your question and I will hopefully submit an answer. All right. Have a great day.